Hi, this is Kamera. My first few minutes with God, day number 205, Isaiah chapter 35 and 36. The Lord gives a message of restoring everything, the wilderness, the desert, the wastelands. Abundance of flowers will be there. There's going to be a lot of singing and joy. The Lord will display his glory, the splendor of our God. With this news, he says to strengthen each other, be strong, do not fear. God is coming to destroy your enemies and he's coming to save you. He says the blind will see, the deaf will hear, and the lame will leap like a deer. A great road, the highway of holiness, will run through the once deserted land. He says evil minded people will never travel on this road. And he says that only the ones who walk in God's ways will, only the redeemed will walk on this road. Those ransomed by the Lord is returned. So he says further along, we see that Hezekiah runs into a problem. Hezekiah, in his 14th year of reigning in Judah, we see that the Assyrians, King Sennacherib, he wants to attack and conquer Judah. And so you have the chief of staff of the Assyrians, and you have the officials of Judah. They meet up to discuss terms. And so during their discussion, you have Hezekiah's officials who tells Sennacherib's or the Assyrian chief of staff to speak in Aramaic, not in Hebrew, because they don't want to alarm the people, I guess. They just didn't want the others to hear what was being discussed between the two people, the two leaders. And so they did just the opposite. I'm talking about the chief of the Assyrians. The chief staff of the Assyrians, they actually started talking in Hebrew, and they started talking really loud so that other people can hear. He says, the city is under siege. They will suffer hunger and thirst. They will eat their own dung and drink their own urine. He says, don't listen to Hezekiah. Make peace with me. Open the gates. Come out. You will go to another land and eat and drink very well. He says, don't let Hezekiah mislead you, saying the Lord will rescue you. Have the gods of other nations save their people from king of Assyria. And he goes on and he talks about the other gods and the other nations who Assyrians had conquered. It even mentions Samaria. You guys know that Israel was God's people. But because of their disobedience, God allowed the Assyrians to overtake them and put them in siege. So, not in siege, but in exile. So now, they even pointed that out. Yeah. He said, what makes you think the Lord can rescue Jerusalem from me? Isn't that something? So no one said a word. Hezekiah's officials, they went back to Hezekiah, and in despair, they tore their clothes. And then later they went ahead and told Hezekiah what the Assyrian chief of staff had told them. This is some good stuff here because he tried God just now. So we'll see what happens later concerning what he said. What makes you think your God will conquer him? Isn't that something? There you have it, guys. That's day number 205, Isaiah chapter 35 and 36. You have a God-filled, blessed day.